I personally believe that Microsoft will release few models of Xbox Project Scorpio. Stay tuned for more. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Mats and you're watching the Mats Gaming News channel. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, so check the links in the description of this video below. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell button to stay up to date with the latest news. So Xbox Project Scorpio is releasing this holiday season, so we are like 6, maybe 7 months away from the release. So that's not really long of a wait, and there's actually more and more rumors, speculations, and sometimes even small official leaks from Microsoft regarding the new console, games and the services. Now in this video I would like to discuss the various models that Xbox Project Scorpio may actually ship at launch. Now talking about models, I would like to clarify one thing. I still believe that Xbox Scorpio will actually come with the same configuration, same specs for every single model. So we're talking about pretty much same console, just with kind of different peripherals, if you know what I mean. So the Xbox Scorpio, the actual console, will look the same. It will ship with the same GPU, CPU, memory system, motherboard, DVD or Blu-ray drives probably as well, so all these things are going to be the same. But Microsoft has a long history of shipping their new consoles in various configurations, right? So going back to Xbox 360, the first Xbox 360, there was two models. One was premium, the other one was basic. The basic one came with obviously the console, the controller, which was a wired controller, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the case. And and I think that's pretty much it, right? So console, controller, and that's it. No hard drive. Now the premium, obviously there was a headset, I believe, as well, or maybe not. Now the premium one was actually obviously the console, which was actually shipping with 20 GB hard drive, which was missing in the basic model. It also came with some extra peripheral. I don't remember exactly what kind of extra peripheral it came with. I think it might have been a headset or something like that. I don't fully remember. Now, another thing is that when Xbox One actually shipped, I think it shipped with only 500 GB, but when Xbox One S shipped, which was basically last year, it shipped in like 3 models. So you had 500 Xbox One S model, 1 TB model, and 2 TB limited edition model, which actually sold out like within a couple of days. So what I strongly believe, now don't get me wrong, this is not unofficial information, this is not something that Microsoft has said, this is something that I strongly believe. And what I believe is that Microsoft will actually ship Xbox Scorpio in at least 2, maybe even 3 models. Now remember, this is going to be a premium obviously device, so it's not only premium in terms of like specs, but I'm sure there will be some models or bundles, if you want to call them, shipping with some extra peripherals. So I can bet that the first and basic Xbox Scorpio model will come with 1 TB hard drive, standard controller, all the cables that Xbox usually comes with, probably 2 weeks or maybe a month Xbox Live subscription, and and that's pretty much it. That's going to be a basic model. Now, I'm not really going to talk about the price here and confirming anything or something like that, but let's assume that this basic model will cost $450, right? 1 terabyte hard drive, controller, the console, and all the cables. So HDMI cable, power brick or power cord if the brick will be built inside. So this is the basic model. Now there may be another model which will probably come with 2 terabyte hard drive, and maybe standard controller, I don't know, and which would actually cost $50 more, because if you remember Xbox One S launch, the basic 500 gigabytes model cost like $300, yeah, whereas the 1 terabyte model cost $350, and there was obviously the 2 terabyte which cost $400. So basically Microsoft was earning pretty good money on the most expensive one, and this is actually so what I think they did, they were actually trying to test if people are keen on getting the more expensive model if you give them benefit of some better hard drive, more space on the hard drive, of maybe better peripherals, right? And people actually really bought this model pretty quickly. As I said, it sold out very quickly, and so I think that was basically a test for them, and they will actually attempt to do the same with Scorpio. So expect at least 2, maybe even 3 models. So the third model may actually be either a 4 terabyte hard drive, which seems to be obvious, or they may actually go maybe for 2 terabyte hybrid hard drive, so SD and standard hard drive, or full SSD hard drive, which we already know that it's super fast. The loading times actually are much quicker and stuff. So what they may actually say that, okay, this is going to be the premium edition of the premium device, right? Which is coming with obviously the most powerful console ever and the fastest hard drive ever, and they may actually ship it with a controller. Now I have no idea how much such a SKU would actually cost. Maybe 550, maybe 600, but that would be a really something that those Xbox elitists, if I can use that word, really would like to have. The people that would really want to have the best and the fastest everything in terms of consoles, obviously, because really if you read about that, you would probably go play on PC. So better hard drive, faster hard drive, maybe even elite controller. I don't know, I'm just speculating here, but different SKUs with different hard drive size are probably given, so I would expect this to happen. And one more interesting thing which I observed when Xbox One S was shipping last year, and that's actually the fact that they actually shipped the most expensive model first. So they may actually do the same with Scorpio. So what they actually can do, let's assume that Scorpio will ship around middle of October. So what they may actually do, they may actually ship the most expensive model, so 2 or maybe 4 terabyte model for let's assume 550, and they may say, get it if you want, if not, then we will have the less expensive 1 terabyte model in maybe 3 weeks time. So what they actually would actually achieve doing this would be to actually the people that are hyped about the console the most would actually probably go and get the most expensive hardware anyway, not waiting for the cheaper one, and people that are really more, you know, money conscious and they don't really want to spend too much, they would probably just wait it out and obviously get the less expensive 1 terabyte model. Because I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that they will not come with 500 gigabytes, because that's just pointless. I mean, even PlayStation 4 Pro comes with 1 terabyte hard drive like straight away. There's no 500 gigabytes. It might be wise to do it with a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, because you know these are older kind of machines. But if you really want to have a 4K experience and stuff, the textures will be bigger and stuff. And even with a normal 1080p games, some games take like 100 gigabytes of space on the hard drive with all the DLCs and updates, patches and stuff, right? You know, those games are really getting huge. So imagine having Xbox Scorpio or even Xbox One right now, where the hard drive is being utilized by the operating system as well. So there are over 100 gigabytes has actually been used for operating system. So you are ending up with only 400 gigabytes. So 1 terabyte is a given. I think that that's going to be the less expensive console. So yeah, but you know, take it with a grain of salt. As I said, this is just pure speculation. This is basically something that I'm actually strongly believing in, but you never know. We'll see what happens. I mean, E3 is not really that far away from now, and obviously we may actually see Scorpio before E3, because that's what Phil Spencer suggested. Now it's just a matter of whether that's going to be a sort of maybe live stream or maybe a proper event. Who knows? I would bet for a proper event, and because they really want to go with Scorpio big, so I don't think they will be saving too much money on presenting and trying to sell Xbox Scorpio to the public. But anyway, that wraps up this video really. So thank you very much for tuning in and obviously sharing all my videos with others. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and if you did, you know the drill. Let me know what you think about it. Comment in the comment section below, hit the like button, subscribe, and you take care. Bye.